Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And guys, tomorrow is going to be an extremely important game for the Kentucky Wildcat basketball team. We got to face our in-state rival, the Louisville Cardinals, and this is shaping up to be one of the biggest trap games in the history of Kentucky basketball. And honestly, man, I really don't know how to feel about it because for some reason, I feel like Louisville is going to play the best game they played all season. They've been garbage. Like, we just got to be honest. Louisville has been absolutely horrible this season. They probably ranked like 340th or something like that. They only got 2 victories. They had a little moment where they went back to back and got 2 quick victories out, but they struggled against everybody else. And I could see this game going one of 2 ways. The first way is obviously the way I wanted to go, and that's Kentucky blows them out. I do think Kentucky is much more talented than Louisville. I think Kentucky, even with all the struggles that they having, I think they should be able to beat Louisville. But I don't know, man. It just seems like it's shaping up to be a really weird, ugly game. I just got a funny feeling that it could just get ugly and it could get real tight. But I tell you this, the worst thing that could happen tomorrow, maybe even worse than us losing to St. Pete to the Peacocks, could be for us to lose to Louisville. I think it could actually go down as the worst Kentucky loss in the history of the program, man, because there's no way that Kentucky should be losing to Louisville, but Kentucky has just been struggling so much this season. And I just think Louisville, just being a rival to Kentucky, they're just going to play better than they normally play against other teams that they unfamiliar with. And like I said, my guy's just been struggling, man. CALIPARI has just been having a whole lot of mixed lineups. Like, he's trying everything. He's playing this guy. He's playing that guy. He's mixing the whole bag up. And he just hasn't found something that works really well. The lineup that I see a whole lot of people responding for and asking for Cal. A lot of people want to see Case and Wallace at the point guard. They want to see Reeves, more than likely, at the shooting guard position. And they want to see Adu Thero, Chris Livingston, and Oscar Tshiebwe rounding out the front court. And actually, man, I wouldn't mind to actually see some of that myself. Ware has actually been playing the best ball that I may have seen Ware play since he's been at Kentucky. So as much as I feel like at this point he actually is one of the players that probably deserves to start because of how he's been playing the last couple games, I would actually love to see that small ball lineup that I just mentioned. And I think they could go to work on Louisville. But we just don't really know what to expect from Cal at this point. He had the game against FAMU. He was running some little sets. He had CJ coming off some screens. Like, he was just experimenting a little more, and a lot of that stuff was actually working. I know it was against FAMU, but he actually had some moments where he had some good stuff going, and I was actually waiting for them to use some of that in the next game against Missouri, and they went back to that old style, and they got blown out of the water by Missouri. It was just bad, man. We know. We all watched it. We all seen. It was just another one of those upsetting losses. But we can't go back-to-back losses and lose to the 340th ranked team in the country. We just can't do it right now. If we do that, if that happens, it could be a wrap for CALIPARI. They might give him that $48 million and tell him to take his ass home, man. And I couldn't really defend him. I love CALIPARI, man. Like, I want CALIPARI to be successful. I want CALIPARI to win at least 2 or 3 championships at Kentucky because I feel like he just is that one coach that has bad luck. he's had multiple opportunities to get the championship, and he just can't get it except for that one time when, you know, he had the super freshman, Anthony Davis and them boys. So I want Calipari to be successful. But if he loses to Louisville, I'm just going to shut my mouth and I'm going to let y'all eat him up, man. I can't defend it. If you lose to this Louisville team, there's nothing that I can say, man. I mean, I might have to just help the people put the sign in your front yard, Coach Cal. And I don't want to do that, brother. I love you as the Kentucky coach, but you got to figure this out, man. You got to figure it out. You cannot let Louisville put the nail in your coffin. You just cannot. If you're going to go out, you got to go out to somebody that's good, man. If Tennessee, as much as I hate to say it, Arkansas, Alabama, if one of those teams put the nail in the coffin, it is what it is. They not really, you know, the SEC's tough this year. So, you know, I don't think we're going to win the SEC. It's probably the best basketball conference in the country this year. It may have been for the last 2 years, but it's definitely the best basketball conference this year. So if one of those teams drive the last nail and bury you, there's nothing that we can do about that. But you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot let Louisville and Kenny Payne with the 340th ranked team put the final nail in your Kentucky coffin. Anyways, man, I'm going to wrap it up right there. You guys let me know what you think. How much do you think we're going to beat Louisville by? I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say because it's a trap game, because it's a rivalry game, I don't think they're going to blow Louisville out. I think they're going to grind it out and win, but I'm going to say Kentucky by 9. But you guys let me know what you think, man, and we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.